All right, you guys. So welcome into today's call. My name is Heather Tucker. I am the team leader for Team Be the Change. And today we're going over consistency, the power of consistency. And while it might not be sexy, it's something that we all have to do, especially if we're running our own business or if we have, goals to get healthy and fit. Like, you have to be consistent every day. So today, if you want to take notes, we're actually going to go over the 3 vital behaviors as a team Beachbody coach and why consistency with these behaviors is so important. So we're going to go over being a product of the product. We're going to go over invite. We're going to go over personal development. So those are the top 3 vital behaviors that is set up as a Team Beachbody coach that corporate, shares with us that this is what a success looks like if you're doing those 3 things. As a team, we've also added the power of recognizing other people, because that is seriously huge when you are recognizing your coaches for, a good job, recognizing your challengers for, losing 5 pounds, making that wise choice at the restaurant. Those things are huge too, because that does show that you are, coaching and you're loving on people and you're helping them reach their goals. So we always like to talk about 4 vital behaviors, but corporate calls them 3. So, but what you do every single day matters. It matters more than just if you were to do it like every once in a while. Okay. So you can show up for a day and you can go all in, and then you can disappear the next day or for several days or for a week, and you can't expect growth to happen. You can't expect your business to grow when you're not showing up every single day. And the reason behind that is because people have to know that we are going to be in this business not just for a day, but for the long haul. Because if they're going to be, giving us their money or, putting their faith in us, it's going to be harder for them to do that if they don't even know if you're going to be available to help them tomorrow. So it's really important to be consistent. Okay, so being consistent in a product of the product. So the best thing that you guys can do is create your own story using our products. And of course, that is Shakeology. That is a fitness program. And it doesn't mean that, you have to like get these washboard abs or like get to a body like, Autumn Calabrese or something. Like, you guys, I have been doing this for almost 5 years. There has been several times in my own fitness journey that I have been very consistent. I have been very on point with my nutrition, but I still have not gotten washboard abs. And yeah, like, I look around at other moms that have them and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, sometimes I can get like that, but then I think, you know what, this is my body and I just need to be consistent with it. And I'm going to have results. I'm going to have the energy. I'm going to be a better mom, a better wife. We might not all get the abs we want, but that's okay. But you do need to have your own testimony with the product, and you need to, like, even journal it, write down like what your first day on Shakeology was like, write down what it was like after 2 weeks. Like how you felt, how your legs maybe felt after day 1 of, the plyo program or something. If you just have a journey and you're writing it down, when you go to share that with people, it's going to be real. You're going to be sharing your actual story. So it's really important. Oh, and by the way, with our fitness programs, you guys, it comes with a workout calendar, right? So it's set up there for a purpose. It's not just so like, oh, if you want to follow the workout calendar, you can. It's not like it's an option. If you are going to go all in and be a product of the product, and let's say that you're doing Insanity Max 30, okay? You need to be following every single day what the calendar tells you to do to the T. The trainers themselves have set that up for a purpose. There's like a science behind doing those in order and then taking a break on the day they tell you to and then coming back and doing what they tell you to the next week. So to be a product of the product, you want to make sure to get the best results and to share the best story possible, to do it in the order that they have set up, so that when you go and help somebody, you can tell them, look, it's very important you follow the workout calendar so that you get the best results. Okay, so really, really important. And of course, you want to be sharing your journey consistently to build that credibility and trust. You want to become a walking billboard. So you want to share, 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 share all the time. Okay. Let's see. All right, so then we're going to talk about inviting. Okay, I'm just going over my notes. All right, so when you guys are inviting, you want to focus on your journey and results first rather than making a sale. Okay, so what I basically mean by that is you can be talking about your journey on your own page, and you can be doing those subtle invites like, by the way, I have a next group coming up. Those types of posts are not asking for a sale. It's not going to feel like in your face to people, and they're going to be attracted to that. So you want to just make sure that part of your inviting process is focusing on your own journey and then having those subtle invites just to let them know that you're available if they need your help. And of course, you want to add value along the way so other people can learn from your story. There's several top coaches that part of what they do every single day on social media is they will give workout tips through video, through pictures, like a picture collage, but they're very consistent at it. That's like their thing, they show up every day, they post something about a workout tip like their job depends on it, and people are they know them for that. So that is also inviting. You're not inviting, but you're inviting because you're inspiring people through your fitness, and they're starting to think, oh my gosh, I think I can do this too, And so those are one type of way to invite. And then just remember, you guys, that we are problem solvers. So as you're talking to people, you want to find out where their pain points are, where they're struggling, and you want to show them that what we have to offer can definitely solve that problem and how it's helped to solve your problem. So you always want to share about that. Okay, and then you definitely, as you're sharing your story, you want to not come across as having an agenda, okay? So you are sharing your story, and then you're just kind of sprinkling in the invite, almost like I've heard it said before, breadcrumbing, where you just drop little pieces of breadcrumbs along the way so that it's kind of like piquing their interest. So you want them to get their interest piqued so that they want to get more information, like, what's this about? Like, how can I do this too, So that is inviting. Okay, so then next is personal development. All right, so in order to accomplish more in this business, in your life, you don't just need to do more, you need to become more. And so it's a huge, huge thing, you guys, to be on a personal development journey right now, this day. What is today? The 25th, I think? I don't know. 25th of February, around there. All right, I'm going to be honest, I have not dug into my personal development. I didn't do it yesterday, and I did not do it this morning, although I did bring it downstairs, so I'm going to make sure I do it after this call. But I can tell you, just one day, it's almost like your brain starts depending on it for survival. It's the craziest thing. But when you start going on a personal development journey, and you're growing and you're becoming a better person. You feel good inside, you have more energy, you feel more relaxed, you know, you don't really have like as much panic, as not as much depression. Like some of that stuff lessens, you know. So for some people, it just goes away because, you know, they're taking their eyes off themselves and they're starting to serve other people as they're going on, you know, their journey. But it's so important, you guys. And like yesterday, even though it was a great day, I still felt that missing piece. I still was like, oh, my attitude isn't as good right now. Like, yeah, good things are happening around me, but inside, I didn't feel that sense of peace that I normally have and that inner sense of joy that no matter what happened today, I'm going to be fine, you know? I didn't have that yesterday. And so today, for sure, I'm going to be taking a lot of time focusing on personal development. So it's really, really, really important. I do have a couple of books, and these are ones that I have started to read, and I just take a little while to go through things because I tend to read like more than one book at a time sometimes because I have several different areas that I feel like I need to improve on. But here are a couple of books that I've started to read or are on my list that I think will really be helpful in your business. So one of them is The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown, B-R-E-N-E Brown. You guys, great, great book. Every single day I read that, I'm like, bam, it's in my face. And it's because I struggle with perfectionism, you guys. And so if you struggle with perfectionism, you're a black and white person, you get very frustrated when your schedule goes off course, you know, all of these types of things, like that book would be so good for you. Okay, another book is The Slight Edge. Have not actually read this book yet, but I hear from other people that it's really, really good. Also, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. This is by John C. Maxwell. I just downloaded it onto my Kindle, and I read like just a couple pages, and I'm like, whoa, that book is going to be good. All right, for business, there's a book called Go for No. And you guys, in this business, you're going to hear no a lot, okay? If you struggle with any type of insecurity or any type of like, I want to be loved and accepted and I don't feel good when I am not loved and accepted, like I don't have tons of confidence where if someone, you know, kind of brushes me off, but they really don't mean to, but I take it that way, you definitely want to read this book because we're going to hear no a lot. And sometimes for people like us or like that, hearing no is, they take it as a reflection on themselves. And so you need to get out of that thought process because most of the time it has nothing to do with you at all. It's just timing, you know, or they haven't been given enough information. So it's really important, if you struggle with that, to read Go for No. All right, then there is How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business. For confidence, there's You Are a Badass. And I think, Lori, aren't you reading that book? Jen, what's her last name? Cesario or? I don't know. Type it out in the chat. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay. This is actually a couple of books that Anita has told me that I need to read. As a Man Thinketh. And I think it's As a Man Thinketh, so he shall become, or something like that. I wrote it down really fast, so I don't have the full name, but it's something like that. There's also the Go Giver series, which I'm definitely going to read. And then 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. So if you're wanting to become a good leader, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership will be good. And then 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. So those two will be really, 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 really good. But, you know, success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. So it's really, really, really important that you don't mark your success by not having failures. You know, I hear a lot in this business, the thought process of failing forward, okay, growing from your mistakes. It's so important in this business. You will make mistakes. If you're a new coach, or even if you're not, but you know, I think that I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning of my coaching career. So, you know, if you're new, you have to know that, you know, you're in this growth spurt, right? You're in, you know, this time where you're growing and you're not going to know everything and you're going to feel overwhelmed. It's so normal. You know, you're not alone. We all go through that. And you just have to tell yourself it's okay. This is part of the process. It's part of me, you know, becoming a better coach, you know, and you need to put yourself out there, you know. One thing that I have seen with coaches that come in and quit, and this is very, very common. And so if you're in a place where you're like, I don't know if I can do this coaching thing, I'm going to be talking to you right now, okay? You cannot come into this business thinking that you are going to be perfect at it right away, or you're going to be an overnight success. It just doesn't happen. You have to put in the daily, you know, behaviors every single day. You have to show up every single day, no matter what your mood is, no matter what went on in your family. People have to see you being consistent on social media. That's where we build our business. And as soon as you get to that place where you're like, okay, I'm all in, I'm going to do this no matter what, because I love helping people. And that's what this business is all about, is helping people. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to be on this growth path. I'm going to show up every day, be consistent with posting on my page, inviting people, reading my personal development, and just keep going. Like, that is what's going to bring you success. I've been in this business for almost 2 years. You know, my growth path has definitely, like, changed. Like, I remember the first 6 months, I was all about numbers, okay? I have come from a sales background where numbers were pushed. You know, you were looked upon as being successful when you had these high numbers. And so I did produce a lot, but guess what happened? All right, yeah, I got some upfront income, but you know what? Those people have dropped off and they're not talking to me anymore, okay? And it's unfortunate. It is. It's unfortunate. I feel really bummed about it, but it happened. That was part of my growth in this business, you know? And so what I learned from that, what I failed forward in and now practice, is when I bring somebody in, I treat them like a person, not a number, and I stick with them. So I'm checking in with them, making sure that their journey is going okay. I let them know, you know, like if they need help with recipes, like all that kind of stuff. I make sure that I am there and they know that I'm there, and I don't just bring them in and check out. You know, it was a big mistake that I did in the beginning, but how I was trained in the beginning was pushing numbers. And you know, unfortunately, you know, a lot of times in this business, our mentors above us, they might be thinking that they're doing everything right, you know, and you're just following along. But a lot of times it might not be the best thing for you, you know, to do. And so, you know, I have tons of trainings on YouTube. You know, we have these weekly calls, and what I train on, it might not fit your personality type, but it's okay. Like, you know, you don't have to do exactly everything that I train you to as a leader. You don't have to. You're allowed to have your own personality. You're allowed to run your business how you want. I'm just here to say, here's what I've done. Here's the mistakes that I've done. Here's what I learned from that. You don't want to do that. And I give you the basics, you know, and as long as you're following the basics, the scripting and everything, like, you guys, you're going to have success in this business. You will. You want to make sure that you're just showing up every day and you're doing those things consistently. So I hope that this helps. I know that when I first learned about the power of consistency and learning to be content right where I was at, and that I was on this growth path and I was going to be okay with that, I was just going to keep growing, then things started happening. Business started rolling in. You know, people started reaching out to me, and I was more relaxed. I was not like this pressure. Let's do it. Come on. You know, I was more about them and talking about, like, their success that they were going to have and how important that was going to be for them. So, all right, you guys, so I hope that this call has helped. And if you missed the live chat, you're more than welcome to go back and listen to the recording. All right, so thank you so much. Take care. I'm going to stop the recording, and I will see you guys later.